Hidden Object Guru here with hot new game Unishroom. The game just came out this week. You play as a blinged out mushroom who has to do things. I don't know what kind of things. I haven't played the game yet. The developer sent me a copy last night, which was very nice of them. Let's give it a shot by pressing continue. Okay. Mush City, which only 3 basic color schemes exist. Okay. Nice. Oh, do I have to click to continue? Yes. No, I don't. That was weird. The yellow mushroom was born. Loved by his family, but hated by the village elders. A color that isn't similar to ours is a sign of a curse! He should be removed before we are doomed! A child was to be distinguished from the city on his... I think you mean exiled from the city. Dear developers, the word you're looking for is exiled. Exiled. From the city on his 4th birthday. And to roam in the forest of evils by his own. On his own is the term you're looking for there. Dear developer, since you reached out to me, just FYI, if you need someone to narrate this opening, here's an example of what I can offer you for the free narration I will send you. 4 months passed, and it was time for Unishroom to leave the city and go meet his harsh fate. See, that's the kind of stuff I'll do, and I'll do that. Let me know. Oh, I probably should be playing with the controller. Nope. Oh, ow! It's the keyboard, everybody. Use the keyboard and you're supposed to dodge things, and... Am I on a apparently I'm on a skateboard? Come on, we got it. Nope. Dear developers, consider adding either mouse... Wait, there was a ducky on top of there. Can I jump somehow? Let's just main menu it and see if there are control... How to play. Through the game, you're turning left and right. There's a short animation for when you lose. You can cancel the animation. Oh, nice. Oh, so you can't jump. Arrow keys to rotate the mushroom left and right. No. Move the mushroom left and right, not rotate. But anyway. First off, I won't hear anyone talking ill about infinite runners. Infinite runners are the best. So, again, here developers is the voice I'm planning to do if you hire me, for no money, to be the voice of your game. A color that isn't similar to ours is sign of a curse! He should be removed before we are doomed! See, that's the kind of thing I would go for there. Or I'd be willing to do it different ways. I'm a voice actor. Sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, let's do this. And I will hear no ill speak about infinite runners. I'm a... Damn it! Big fan of infinite runners. Actually, one of my favorite infinite runners all the times has a... You know, what? Yes, yes! Oh, no! We almost did it, everybody. Has an equally crazy story. Although, I mean, in that case, it is more logical for it to be infinite running. It is about, and this is true. Well, there actually is background to the left and right of the road. You can kind of see really faint trees off to the left and right, but I don't know if it's coming through on the video. Yeah, but you should be able to... There should be, like, walls at the side of the road, guys. Just, I will agree with Unabridged on that one. Come on! Here we go. I gotta stop running into other mushrooms. As I was saying, yes. So anyway, it's a game about, and this is true, a space werewolf. So you're a dude who wakes up from cryostasis, and you're on a spaceship called Infinity. Get it? Because it's an infinite runner, so they called it Infinity. Anyway, you're on this spaceship called Infinity. And... What? Come on. No! And you have to flee through the game because, you flee through the area because, that's right, a werewolf has gotten loose. And you're like, no, a werewolf has gotten loose. So you spend the whole game running away from A, the werewolf, B, the commandos who are trying to kill you, and 3, the whole fact that the whole ship is exploding. It's an amazing game. I can't recommend it enough. It's called, I think, Infinity Runner? You can correct me if I'm wrong there. I wanted to buy it in VR, but apparently it's not on VR on the Vive. It's only in VR on Oculus, which I do not have. And I have no faith in Revive's ability to let me play Oculus games, since it hasn't worked with the 3 Oculus games I bought. So, you know, I'm just giving up on that. Is it called Infinity Drive? I thought it was called Infinity Run. You know what? I could be wrong. Yeah, no, Unabridged is right. Developers, if you're listening, I don't know why you wouldn't be. You were nice enough to send me a copy of the game. If you're listening, I feel like for the mouse style, if I was able to sweep my guy left and right more quickly and naturalistically with either a mouse or a keyboard, this kind of speed of gameplay would be fine. But using the left and right keys are very imprecise. So asking me to do that with, careful, making this kind of quick, twitchy reaction with a mouse and keyboard is just, it's not good. Like, it's making the game much harder than it should be. I'd like to point out that I am now 6 minutes into this game, and while I did a bunch of, you know, comedy voice readings of the opening monologue, that still means I've spent 5 minutes, like, not getting anywhere in the game. So what I'm saying is, slow it down a little, or add the kind of controls that would make this playable. No! Oh. You're saying that chicken, has the 1,000-yard stare? Here we go. Nope, nope, no! Are those barrels of, like, apple barrels for apple picking? Because if so, yeah. Sorry, I can't mention that now without thinking about that company that poisoned all those children because, it didn't pasteurize its cider. No! And, not only did it not pasteurize its cider, but it, what? Come on! We did it! We were at the end! Yeah, so slow it down a bit, and, like, maybe add different speeds as difficulties for the game if you want. I feel like you slow this down 20%, it would still be a challenge. Oh, we did it! Right, it would still be a challenge. But, you know, I'd be getting a little further into the game. Also, this level, I can't see what's coming quickly enough that I'm able to respond. So that's an issue too. So yeah, issue number 1, it'd be better, you should probably slow it down and make speed options. Like, if you absolutely desperate to keep this speed as an option, like, for hardcore players, you know, make it an optional hard mode. Or call this normal and call the slower speed easy, and then maybe have an even harder mode. Also, really consider, I don't know why I can't control this with a mouse. Like, this seems like a really natural game for mouse-based controls. Or indeed joystick-based controls. So that would help. Yeah, the second level is starting out where I can't see the stuff coming until it's already too late to move. So that is a big issue as well. If you could patch that out, that would be great. Let's see, what else? No! This is really happening. Yeah, Maddie, the game you're looking for is Vampire. Oh, other than Vampire? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is the game you're looking for, Maddie. Truly awesome game about being a vampire. Graphics are a little dated, and they're working on a sequel right now, so... Oh, you die if you go off to the left. Yeah, I really think Unabridged right is you need to put something on the border on the left and right. I mean, it can't be a wall because, you know... so look what happens here. I just kind of sink into quicksand. This is going to sound crazy. Can you animate it so... See how my guy's driving around on a skateboard, right? Is there any way you can animate it so he, like, goes flying off the skateboard? Alright, and then, when he goes off the road, you can just say that off the road is, like, the rough part of the rough off to the center of the drivable area. So if you go too far to the left, instead of just kind of sinking into the ground, weirdly, like imagine if I got hit some rough terrain and the skateboard stopped and I went flying off into the distance. I would instantly know why I had died, and it makes it clear to me, oh, that's what's off to the side of the road, rather than just kind of a nothingness. Yeah, the action is just way too fast here, developers. If you slow this action down, and again, if you want to keep this action for the hardcore, the people who are really into this kind of twitch-based, infinite runner, dodging gameplay, by all means, keep it in there, but keep it in there as an option. Like, this should not be the default difficulty. Bloodline 2 is not out yet, Maddie. Oof. Well, of course the graphics for Bloodline don't look great. It is a 15-year-old game. What is happening here? This is not ideal. Alright, I have a secret plan. No, that's not going to work. So yeah, like, you gotta slow it down here at the start of the game. I play a lot of Infinite Runners. I'm not ashamed to say that. I played Infinite Mech Run. I have no idea what the real name of that game was, but you played as a mech. You did some infinite running. It wasn't great. It had this, Well, wait till it's on sale then, Maddie. $22 does seem a little high for Vampire the Masquerade, but it does go on sale. Oh my god! Yeah, I play a lot of Infinite Runner games. I think it was called Mech Runner? And it was on the PS4 and I played it, and it was badly designed because they didn't let you see far enough ahead, so you couldn't be in the correct lane. And so there would be lanes where you had to decide to go left or right around a piece, like an obstacle, a piece of terrain, right? But then to the left or right, there might be a dead end that did major damage to you, and there would be no way to know that in advance, you know? Come on. Right? There would be no way to know that in advance, so it just felt cheap. Also, it was, it really, like, there were only, it was a strange thing. So, Infinite Runners can be like this, like you are, where you can sweep the whole field, or they can be lane-based. And Mech Runner, which is, I'm starting to think is what it was called, the Mech Runner had this problem where you could move wherever you wanted, but all of the action was clearly lane-based. Like, all of the enemies appeared in distinct lanes, all of the obstacles appeared in distinct lanes. So by not making the gameplay lane-based, it made it so unless you were very precise with your movement, you'd wind up hitting an obstacle that you thought you weren't in the right lane to hit. So yeah, it's pretty frustrating. So what I'm saying is don't play Mech Runner. Do play Undead Hallway, I think is what it's called. Might not be called. It might be called Zombie Hallway. Zed Hallway? Hallway Z. It's called Hallway Z. Corridor Z. You know what? It's something like that. You're in a high school, you run away from zombies. It is unbelievably badass. I can't say enough good things about it. Such a good game. The only flaw in it is that it's actually got a story, but it doesn't have an ending. Like, you collect all of the story pieces, you find out the whole story, you unlock all the characters, and then it just keeps going, and I'm like, ugh! Let me keep playing it if I want, but once I've done everything, give me an ending. That's what Infinite Runner, the zombie on the spaceship game, gets right. Like, it has a concrete ending, and then the game's over, and then you can do bonus modes. So this isn't happening. All right, dear developers, I've rambled on about Infinite Runners for a while. Hopefully, I have said something of value to. If you want me to pressy my comments here, it is that I think your game's cute. I think it's actually super adorbs. And it's pretty adorbs. It's the kind of gameplay I would be down for if it was slightly slower. Like, you dial the speed back a little. Maybe you put up, like I said, some images off screen to the left and right. You know, on the ground to make it clear why you're dying when you go off the main path. Another thing... What's going on? See this stuff here? You see how the trees are kind of looming out of nothingness really quickly? I'd say don't do that. It's not really fair to do that stuff to people in Infinite Runner games, But, you know, I know you're getting it's a desert, maybe there's a sandstorm, maybe there are mirages, who knows what you're trying to get across. But if you slow down the gameplay, that wouldn't be an issue, right? Because if you're slowing down the gameplay a little, I would be able to see stuff coming and make adjustments as they come to me. So yeah, consider that. All right. Oh, and of course, you know, mouse and joystick support. Look into it at your pace. Anyway, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. If you had a good time and you'd like to see more, there's buttons for that coming up. Questions, suggestions, related whatnots, go in the comments section below the video. I will see you back here for more new and upcoming games. But until then, I'm going to say au revoir. And seriously, developers, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I would be happy to narrate the opening of your game with my ridiculous comedy voices. Because honestly, because I like the story of a guy fleeing racial discrimination in his village of sentient mushrooms. That is exactly the kind of story that I would like to put my imprimatur on. Also, thank you for giving me the opportunity to use the word imprimatur.